Hey guys, how's it going out there? Happy New Year, everybody. I really do wish a lot of joy and strength to everyone this year, and I hope all of you enjoyed the holidays. I actually had a pretty relaxing Christmas and a pretty relaxing New Year as well, but I really did enjoy it, and I hope you did too. I also want to say thank you to those of you that reached out to wish me a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, or if you sent in Happy Holiday wishes. Thank you so much for that, you guys. It really does mean a lot to me because you thought of me. So thank you so much. And I just am wishing everybody well. I actually just wanted to come around and give you a quick update because I know I haven't been updating you guys as frequently as I would like. And there's a reason for that. Believe it or not, after the solar eclipse in August, it's been very intense for everyone as a collective. There's been a lot of things that have been shifting. We've been going through intense integration and massive upgrades. I mean, even more than 2015, 2016. It's been very intense these last few months. And even the way we go about this ascension has really been shifting, where it feels like these waves of energies that come through are happening almost on a weekly basis. So this is why I want to update you guys a bit more frequently, because it seems like things happen every week and something is always shifting and going on. But when it comes to twin flames, there's been a lot that has been happening as well. And it's been very significant for twins because there's been a lot of integration that has been happening with our polarities, and the balancing of our polarities as well. And this is really good and significant, especially for those unions that are artistic unions, or those of you who have twins in the public eye, or those of you who are here to help a lot of people. The reason why that is because your shared abilities and your gifts are actually being exchanged, and they are being transmitted from one twin to another. So your fortes, your gift, your abilities, the things that you're good at, they are actually becoming this divine fusion of energy. And it's pretty amazing because what one twin is good at, the other one will inherit. And so it's a pretty amazing thing. And these things are so neat to me because it's not anything that you can scientifically prove or explain, but you feel it and you experience it and it happens. So it's pretty amazing. So if you have been experiencing that yourself, where all of a sudden you're finding out that you're able to do things that you've never been good at before, or you all of a sudden have like this urge to do something you've never done, well, guess what? That's the twin in you. So, that's pretty amazing. But and another thing too that has really been happening is that we're beginning to feel each other so much more openly. So if you are the masculine, you have been feeling aspects of your feminine within yourself. You've been feeling more of that feminine energy. And if you are the feminine, you've been feeling more of your masculine side, more of, your masculine. So it's beginning to feel so different within the twin flame pair, even if you are in separation, because you are pulling in, your true essence into you at this level. So aside from that, you guys, another thing that has been going on is the triggering. I believe the last time we had severe triggering was back in March of last year. And it seems like we've been going through another wave of intense triggering. Now, the thing about that is that the triggering that we may experience is not always by our twins. It can also be things that come up by other triggers. It can be people, it can be family, it can be ourselves, that mirroring within us and our twins. But the point is that a lot of things within us are being triggered because what's happening at this point is that we are actually going to accelerate even more. And we keep accelerating. And see, when you really think about it, it's a bit scary because, I mean, how much more accelerated is this going to get? So what I heard I believe this was about a week and a half or so ago, I was actually given the words, hold fast. Hold fast. And I pondered on this. And what I was shown was that we are actually going to go through another period of acceleration. And what normally takes place during a time of acceleration is that, just to put it into perspective for you guys and to give you an example, let's just say the clearing and the purging and the timelines and the experiences that we needed to go through, the clearing that we would have normally gone through in a period of about 6 months is actually going to be compressed and shortened to about a couple months or so. So it does feel like everything is piling in, and at times it can even feel like we are going backwards or staying stalled. But in reality, we really are being pushed forwards. We really are propelled upward and forwards. And that's because, I mean, think about it. The timeline is, in a sense, shrinking itself and compiling all of these experiences and all of these things that we need to clear, in such a short period of time. So, yeah, and this is especially true for unions who have twins who have severe addiction issues, or maybe you or your twin is working through a severe emotional or psychological ordeal. It does intensify for those unions. It really does, because the stuff that comes up here, you guys, doesn't only come up to be transmuted. It comes up with pressure. So not only are you experiencing that stuff coming up, but then you're also experiencing the pressure, you're experiencing the guilt, you're experiencing the memory, and it's like a bad toothache where it's not just the tooth that hurts, it's the actual root and the nerve. That's what happens with us, when we are collapsing a timeline or clearing something, or we have a severe addiction issue. Having to transmute that is like, every single time we let it go, there's some residual pain involved, or something like trauma that's involved in that process. So it can get very intense, but I just want you guys to know that when you are feeling the pain, is because you're headed towards the right direction. So something that I want to mention here is that if you are a twin flame, if you are on a legitimate twin flame journey, and if you're always comfortable, if you're always in a comfort zone and you are not clearing or purging, or if you don't get the sense of wanting to expand more or wanting to get stuff done, if you don't feel that urgency, then perhaps you're not really doing as much work as you're intended to do, or perhaps you're just being dragged by what the collective is doing. But if you find yourself constantly having to clear things, if you find yourself in a constant struggle sometimes energetically, or you feel like, when is this ever going to end, or you're always clearing something, then that means you really are doing the right thing. You really are doing work. It's an indication that you're on track here. Now, that's not to say that you are always going to be, experiencing the struggle, or that you're always going to be clearing something that will be very intense. That's not necessarily the case, because after you've been on this journey for a while and you've collapsed a lot of the most important things, it does settle a bit. You do get more numb and more comfortable to it, but you still clear from time to time. So I just want you guys to know that the purging and the clearing really is you accelerating. And as crazy as it sounds, right, to think about it that way, that, well, hey, if you're suffering and if you're struggling, then that means that you're actually getting better. But that's really the case here. That's really how it works. So hang in there, you guys. Also, too, something that has also been coming up the last few months not just for myself, but as a Twin Flame Collective, is that there's been a lot of doubt in the air. There's just been a lot of doubt coming from even first and second wave twins, that sometimes you wonder, well, am I really a twin? Am I going crazy? Like, did I just make this up? And if you do doubt yourself, it's okay. It really is. We're not perfect on this journey at all, you guys. No one is perfect. But doubt is very normal, because think about it. This connection is really out of this world. And some of these metaphysical experiences that we go through, the things we feel, the things we see, other people really don't experience that. Soulmates don't experience a lot of what we go through. What we go through gets intensified tenfold and even morefold. And so we do doubt it. I doubt it, and I know better. I see things. I hear things. I see the messages, the synchronicity. I can see through the veil. And I still do question it. Actually, I just want to share a really quick story with you guys. This is really interesting. So around Christmas time, I was in this really foggy state, where just like energetic fog. And I was really questioning this journey, and I was having conversations with my higher self and my twin's higher self and God and the universe. And I was really questioning it. I couldn't really get to sleep early. And the next morning, actually for 3 mornings in a row, they actually woke me up at 11:11 a.m. for 3 mornings straight. And all these nights I was questioning this journey, and I woke up at 11:11 for 3 mornings straight. I mean, how does this happen, you guys? How does this happen? I wasn't watching the clock. So there's really no way. And as you can see, these things you just cannot dismiss. These are the things that happen on this journey. And, you really cannot explain them other than, well, it's true, right? And that's it. So if you are having doubts, really sit down to yourself and pray about it and connect to your higher self, connect to the universe, to God, and ask that this be confirmed to you. If you're really struggling with doubt, ask that things be shown to you as clear as day, and trust me, you will receive confirmation, because you're never alone. You really never are alone. And I know, as intense as this connection can be, sometimes we want to detach, but if you are a twin flame, you guys, you really cannot detach from your twin at all. They're always with you because they are a part of you. And sure, you might reach detachment where you are with maybe someone else. It depends on your contract. But if it's been years and you've tried everything and your twin energetically just does not go away, it's just better to embrace it. And it's okay if you never reach detachment, because to be honest with you, we really cannot fully detach. We just can't. We may be able to surrender, but feeling that complete detachment is not really going to happen, because we really cannot get used to being away from our twins. It just can't happen. We can never get used to being away from them, because we are them. So if you are a twin flame, just know that we could never get used to being away from them. So it's just best to surrender it all and just go with the flow of things. And you will get there. Trust me, you will. But just take it easy on yourselves this year, and, don't critique yourselves too harshly. I know a lot of twins do tend to do that. You feel like you're not doing enough, or you want to know how it is that you can wake up your twin, which is another thing I wanted to talk to you guys about. Don't worry so much about how to awaken your twin, because if your twin is not fully awakened or awakened enough, or awakened as much as you would want them to be awakened, then it's okay. And the reason why that is because this journey is very strategic. It's orchestrated. And so there is really nothing that you can do that can fully awaken your twin. Awakening doesn't happen that way. It's not like we can awaken our twins from evening to morning. That's not how it happens. It actually happens bit by bit, layer by layer. And it goes way beyond integrating consciousness into our twins. And it goes way beyond them getting downloaded with consciousness, you guys. So it's also very physiological where your twin has to be metaphysically prepared in the physical to be able to take in all of that consciousness. So their chakras have to be leveled and balanced and expanded enough to be able to integrate. So it's not just about sending your twin a blog about twin flames, or sending them a video, or sending them information about twin flames, or even talking to them about it. I know that's what we all desire. We all wish we could just have a conversation with our twins, to talk to them about twin flames and ascension and all of this amazing stuff that we know. But even if you do talk to your twin about this, and if they are not ready, all that's going to happen is that they're going to look at the stuff, they're going to look at you and be like, okay, okay. But do they really get it? Will they really get it? Probably not. And that's because they have to clear enough to expand that capacity, to clear and expand and be able to integrate their true essence into their being. When that happens, they have been expanded enough to be able to feel and hold you, to be able to see you. That's how this really works. So it doesn't matter what it is you're doing on your end. You can be doing, you can be writing the most amazing song to your twin. You may be looking your best or buying your twin the most amazing things. If it's not time, then those things aren't going to be very effective, to be honest. Also, too, I know that there are a lot of third-party sources out there that tend to sell you, meditation, activation, installments, whatever, to awaken your twin. And as exciting as that sounds, you guys, it does not work. To be honest with you, it really doesn't. It helps. It does. I mean, I'm not saying meditation does not work, because meditation is very effective, because you are decongesting your energy field and you are uncluttering your space from other general energies. So it does open that channel of telepathy and heart communication with your twin, so they are able to feel you more, but it doesn't do the job. It does not awaken them. The reason why that is because twin flames have certain agreements to be here to clear certain things that we signed up to clear and heal. There are certain aspects of ourselves that we signed up to heal, and a third-party healer, a shaman, is not going to be able to come in and do the job. We have to do this for ourselves. Your twin has to go through certain events of experiences that they themselves will attain and acquire, and they will get to that point to where they finally realize to themselves that, wait a minute, I no longer want to do this. I no longer want to be in this, whether it's a karmic, a place, a thing. It doesn't matter, but they have to get to that place where they realize why they don't want to do that anymore, why it's not serving them. They need to attain that consciousness themselves. And a healer isn't going to do that for you. They have to do that themselves. So the reason I say this is because a lot of you guys come to me and you tell me, oh my goodness, Sonnet, I've spent thousands of dollars or hundreds of dollars in a healing and it wasn't long term, or it didn't really help me. And Well, you guys, I mean, it's not going to help you long term because your twin has to do certain things on their own. As much as we want to help them and do the job for them, we really cannot do the work for them. They have to go through certain experiences themselves, and they will go through it. Every union is personal to itself. Every union goes through its own timeline, and every union has its own story. So don't compare yourselves to anyone else, because you have your own story, you have your own timeline. But what is happening here, and what I am happy to share with you, is that there is this sense of pressure. It's almost like energetically, like we are being rushed to the finish line, and our twins have really been feeling the pressure because their awakening time, their awakening timeline really is being compressed, you guys, and they don't have enough time to be out there la 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 playing around, taking their sweet time to awaken. It's happening as it should. So keep that in mind and have that certainty, and feel that certainty, because things do happen. I can't even begin to tell you. I've been speaking to twins for about 2 years now, and I've began coaching some twins, some clients that I've had for a little while now. And at the beginning, 2 years ago, or even a year ago, they would tell me that they didn't believe anymore. They were hopeless. They really believed that their twin was asleep as a stone. And they had no hope at all anymore at that point. They were ready to throw in the towel. But I've been coaching them on how to really handle the energy and how to work with it. Some of these people, I love y'all very much, but some of these people had very thick egos, you guys. And I would question myself, like, oh my goodness, how are we going to do this? But, it's amazing. It's incredible, because they've really have worked on, ego death. They've really been working on shedding that ego. And it's been, now I talk to them and it's completely different. It's completely different. The twin that they thought would never return and come back, all of a sudden, they're telling me, guess what? I am now dating my twin. I now went out with my twin. My twin reached out to me, and it's been going so much better because the ego isn't there anymore. I've really been talking to them this way or that way, or I've really changed this, I've collapsed this, I've worked on this, and now my twin is here. And it's no magic trick. It's because, I've been showing them how to collapse certain things, what to work on. Their own higher selves come through with that information. It's like, this is what you yourselves have to work on. This is what they needed to work on. So it's not anything of, it's really no healing. Like the healing that they've been doing has been things that they've healed themselves. And it's really gotten them a really, really long way. And I am so happy about that. I mean, I have friends, twin flame friends and twin flame clients who they didn't really believe in anything at one point. But now, you know what? They're working on moving closer to their twin, filing for divorce finally, moving in with their twin, making plans with their twin. This stuff really does happen, you guys. It really does. It's about divine timing. So really focus on yourself, and of course continue to meditate and clear your energy so that your twin does feel you, and so that you have that heart communication with them. Because when you do that for yourself, when you're really taking care of your energy, of yourself, you are transmitting that vibe over to your twin, and they pick up on that. They really do. So all right, everyone. Well, that's all they really have for today. I am actually going to be putting out another video about Karmics really soon, because, It seems like we are on one of those phases where a lot of karmic stuff is coming to a close, especially energetically. There's a lot of energetic detangling that is taking place right now with karmic partners. If you are awakened and you are still in a karmic situation and your twin has come in your life, there's a lot that you are actually experiencing right now. And even our twins, if some of you guys have twins that are in karmic situations, there's a lot going on there. And I do want to make this video because not only are we on that phase right now as well, but a lot of questions do come up regarding karmic partners, because there's a lot of confusion out there about karmics. You know, a lot of you ask, well, are they evil? Are they bad? Do they siphon off energy? So I want to talk to you guys about that because it is really important. And I have experience with a karmic relationship as well. And I will talk to you guys about that on the next video. But anyway, if you guys are newly awakened or not, or if you would like to know where you're at on your journey, reach out to me and we can definitely set something up. And I'd be more than happy to work with any of you. So hang in there, you guys. I love all of you. And also too, if you have sent an email and I haven't responded, it more than likely your email went to spam. I'm not sure what is going on. I have to look into it, but a lot of emails on my account are sent to spam for some reason. So I really have to look into that. So if you had a really important question that you would like to resend, if I haven't answered you, you're more than welcome to do that. But other than that, take care. Take it easy out there, you guys. Happy New Year again. And until next time, bye everybody.